It's about to be a wild week, guys, because there's so much external events happening, which will dictate where the markets head to. Up or down, let us begin. This week is going to be action-packed. As the government shutdown nears 30 days, or day 30, the Federal Reserve will release their interest rate decision on Wednesday. Okay, so that's a huge day to begin with. We will then hear from the Fed Chair Powell in a highly anticipated statement amid the data blackout, right? Due to the government shutdown. When will that end? Probably soon as well. On top of this, Microsoft, Google, Meta, Apple, and Amazon will all be reporting earnings. That's earnings for $15.2 trillion in market cap worth of big tech stocks. Right, so will it be positive or negative, right? Which will, again, affect the markets. All while President Trump meets with China's President Xi Jinping on Thursday, 48 hours before his 100% tariff is set to go live. Buckle up for a wild week, and there it is. Right, so it's literally one after the other, guys, and it's all happening this week. Okay, so there has been some positive talks here relating to the trade talks, guys, with China. Breaking: President Trump eyes U.S.-China trade deal after reaching early consensus in trade talks. Okay, so textbook execution, step number 10 in our tariff playbook is on the way. So Trump eyes trade deal after U.S. China reach early consensus and successful talks. So this is why the markets are pumping, basically, right? And it's following this account's playbook, and we're in step number 10. Trump announces a new trade deal and the stock market hits a record high, right? Then it's going to, the cycle repeats from step 1, which is to post that we're going to be having a trade war with a different country, right? With a specific country. So which makes the markets dump, right? And then from there, the markets keep dumping until the trade deal is announced. Markets hit new highs. Fascinating manipulation that is really occurring, right, in plain sight. Now, so here's the talks, guys. Both sides will now begin internal approval procedures. Okay, so markets are going to go off tomorrow. They had threatened to put a global export licensing regime, and I believe that they are going to delay that for a year while they re-examine it. Okay, this is with China. So again, a bunch of amazing catalysts appearing this week, guys. Right, it's going to be a big week indeed. So let us watch out. Now, Anthony Palm says asset prices will get crazy this week if the U.S.-China trade deal is announced and the Federal Reserve cut interest rates. Buckle up, right? So is the formula clear here? Well, Jim Cramer says otherwise, because Jim Cramer comes about, the market will explode if interest rates go lower, right? And the market believes that the Fed will cut interest rates, I believe, this week. Okay, but Jim Cramer says the markets will go higher if the Fed does cut interest rates. Usually he's wrong, or he's right in the wrong direction, which is fascinating because here comes from BC Backer, guys. Now, for me personally, I'm bullish until minimum we touch this moving average on the 5-day. Okay, that's just my opinion here. Okay, but we have to look on the other side. There's a possibility of it being a trap, and this is a beautiful fractal that BC Backer just tweeted out. On the left, a historical example of ranging after a major liquidation concluding with range high sweeps. On the right, XRP's current price behavior. Just keep an eye out on it, okay? This is fantastic to see. Why? Because look at this. Like, how is this even possible, right? Like, how do fractals even form in the first place? It can't be a human that's doing this, right? First of all, it's a bot, okay? Or it's nature, right? It's natural for these things to happen because it's not man-made at all. Like, how? The fractal, this is literally the crypto total market cap fractal, by the way, excluding the top 10, right? An altcoin fractal. Okay, the market's altcoin chart, guys. So it basically had this liquidation, right? Then it ranged for some time and it popped out. Okay, so it had this major liquidation range for some time, then it popped out. Okay, so it's following it to precisely right here. It comes back to retest this line as support. Okay, so we're at this point right now. Okay, what will it do from here? If it comes back down here, guys, it's 100% following this fractal. This is XRP's chart. If it doesn't go back there, right, and we start to go up like that, then it's basically deviating away from this chart. Okay, so we're at a critical point in time again, guys. If we do come down there, it's following this fractal and it's gonna die. XRP will go back to where is the bottoming price of that? It's at $2. Okay, so $2. If XRP somehow comes back to 240, it's gonna rebound one more time, right? Like this, like that, guys, right? But at some point it's gonna go to 2. But if that doesn't happen, if we go up from here, the fractal is no longer in play, right? So what could be the case here? Well, personally, I believe that at least minimum, hopefully we touch the 5-day moving average, right? Which at that point XRP will be at $3 plus, right? Which will kill those fractals, guys, in my humble opinion, right? But right now we're at a major critical point in time because on the daily we have another moving average. We have to look at the daily moving average now. It held it multiple times as resistance, is it flipping it into support right now? If that's the case, BC Backers fractal is correct because it coincides with our chart right here, right? Which would mean the USDT Dadama chart goes up like this, right? Then comes down again, and then it blasts off. Okay. But if somehow we go below the daily moving average, which is at 4.83, which we're already below it right now while I'm recording this video, but we have to stay below it is the question, right? If we could stay below this region, we're heading to the 5-day, right? There isn't going to be much more support left on this chart, which would mean XRP is going to $3, if not literally to new all-time highs. Bitcoin to 125K. As soon as we break below and confirm this as resistance, this the yellow moving average on the daily. Okay, guys, so we're at a critical point. Right now, we can either come back to retest this level. If we do, then $2 coming in the coming weeks. Somehow, if we break higher, then this fractal's wrong, right? Because it's deviating away from the fractal, guys. Okay? So that's my plan here. I'm gonna be following this fractal if we do somehow come down there. I'm gonna be looking at this fractal 1000%, right? I mean we should pay attention to it right now. So hopefully we do go above though. Right, we always want to see it go higher, guys, instead of it going lower. So watch out right now. Okay, JP Morgan expects the Federal Reserve to end QT next week as well, right? Or which is this week. So again, there's just so much bullish. So here's the game plan. A lot of bullish external events this week. Will the markets play everyone? Is the question, right? So much bullishness. Will the markets trick everyone? And then it will turn bearish, or will those external catalysts have this energy to push prices even higher than we expect, right? All we need to do is look at our daily chart there, right? Hold above this yellow moving average on the daily, guys. Bearish. It's at 4.83%, I believe. Hold below it, extremely bullish for cryptos, right? This thing will travel to the 5-day, which is all the way down, which is a 10% pump for Bitcoin, by the way, which would mean a 20% pump for XRP. You guys see? Makes this go to like 320. So we'll see. From Income Sharks, I suddenly trust this Sunday pump now. From James Wynn, I'm shorting the market with size. I don't believe the Sunday pump. Just low volume pump to full retail. Big week ahead, big flush out, right? So what are we thinking, guys? People are turning bullish and some are turning bearish. I don't know. But Michael Saylor says it's orange dot day. He means he's going to be buying quite soon, right? He's going to be buying Bitcoin quite soon, guys. Maybe that'll push us a little higher here, right? Again, there's just so much bullish news coming out. Payments processor Zelle to allow crypto stablecoins for international transactions. Wait a second, Zelle? Doesn't everyone have a Zelle here? Right, I don't, but I know a lot of people do. This is the most bullish news ever for crypto. Zelle is a payment service that lets you send money from one bank account to another used by literally everyone who has a bank account, right? And now supposedly they're going to be processing or allow crypto stablecoins for international transactions, right? Meaning you can send your stablecoins, it will USD be included. And if that's the case, that means retail will be more comfortable with using cryptocurrencies. They're like, wait, what is a stablecoin, right? It's just better overall, right? And in the end, they'll find RLUSD, which comes back to XRP. If XRP or if RLUSD will be included, it is a stablecoin. Wow. So we're starting to see an insane amount of news here. And here's the final one, guys. This comes from, he has a lot of money, but investing legend Gary Cardone just said Bitcoin is going to 200 trillion. It's going to eat everything. Wow. Seriously?
This is a $2 trillion industry going to a $200 trillion industry. None of you guys understand how big this is going to be.
Wait, he's saying 100x from now. 100x Bitcoin's price, what is that? $10 million per Bitcoin, guys? Yeah, that's actually pretty insane. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised to see it happen. But crazy, huh? And people say that XRP can't head to like $100. Come on now.
It started so small. Y'all are looking at it going, oh yeah, but it can't get, dude, this thing can eat everything. Everything.
And 2 trillion is nothing.
Nothing. $2 trillion
I'm old
industries.
enough to remember when a trillion was in
$2 trillion industries do not fail. That is a maxim, dude. Like, it's got too much inertia.
Exactly what I stated, guys. I said that cryptocurrencies, right, the general market cap will head to hundreds of trillions, if not quadrillions. People think I'm just pulling random things out of thin air. No, I'm not. Right, but when they say it, people listen. Well, when we say it, people don't. So what's going on there?
It has escape velocity. It ain't coming down. So all the money that's sitting in real estate, 330 trillion, $7 trillion sitting, making 4%, it's going to move into instruments that have access to Bitcoin, and the people don't even know it. STRC. They don't know it. Good, man. Paying my 10% yield. This is a
that will happen when QT ends and QE starts, guys. When the Fed starts printing a crazy ballistic amount. Yeah, I think good times are incoming, guys. The only question now I have is, will we head to $2, right, and lower for XRP, or will it break away from this fractal and go higher? I guess we'll be able to know at any minute now. I mean, we are slightly dumping right now, but hopefully, it turns around. Now, let's see what happens. Big week ahead, and we'll know this week. But besides, so face business. See ya.